The first 2 weeks of Donald Trump's administration has been filled with failure. It's been filled with corruption, but more than anything, it has been filled with criminality and unconstitutional action, not just from Donald Trump, but from his shadow president as well, and Elon Musk trying to rip our bureaucracy apart, trying to steal our social security numbers and private information. Elon Musk is out of control, is really going for a coup right now, and he needs to be called out, both him and Donald Trump. And that is exactly what Jamie Raskin did today, calling out Elon and Donald Trump's corruption, and it sent Donald Trump into a rage, tweeting an attack at Jamie Raskin, which really shows he's hitting close to home with this call out, and we are going to get into all of that. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way, and it really does mean a lot to me. Now, before we get into what Jamie Raskin had to say that triggered Donald Trump, let's actually check out Jamie Raskin.
Elon Musk, you didn't create U.S. aid. The United States Congress did for the American people. And just like Elon Musk did not create U.S. aid, he doesn't have the power to destroy it. And who's going to stop him? We are. We're going to stop him. Elon Musk, you may have illegally seized power over the financial payment systems of the United States Department of Treasury, but you don't control the money of the American people. The United States Congress does that under Article 1 of the Constitution. And just like the president who is elected to something cannot impound the money of the people, we don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk. And that's going to become real clear. This illegal, unconstitutional interference with congressional power is threatening lives all over the world. I'm hearing from my constituents who work for USAID and USAID contractors in Maryland, in Washington, all over the world, and they're telling us that this is a killer in terms of their cutoff of HIV and AIDS preemption. It's a killer in terms of anti-malarial education. It's a killer in terms of all of the efforts to shut down global viruses. Now, I don't know what Elon Musk's intentions are. I don't know what Elon Musk's motivations are. I don't know what his purposes are, but they've got nothing to do with what has been lawfully adopted by the people of the United States of America through the Congress of the United States. We're going to defend U.S. aid all the way. And I want to say finally this. I've heard some murmurings in support of this outrageous, scandalous, illegal maneuver that they just need some time to do some studies for evaluations. Well, I've heard from multiple constituents working in USAID that they have removed all evaluations from the USAID website, and they have shut down immediately, as of right now, all of the evaluations taking place of USAID efforts all over the world. This has nothing to do with evaluation. This is about termination and obliteration of the major foreign aid programs of the United States of America, all of which together total less than $40 billion. We have a Pentagon budget of $900 billion. The Pentagon budget is where the defense contractor Elon Musk, who became the richest man in the world off of our money, he collects his payments from, and now he's trying to shut down U.S. aid. We're not going to allow this to happen. It will not stand.
Elon's attacks on our government agencies are being framed as him wanting to trim the fat or make our government more efficient. The DOGE is the Department of Government Efficiency, but that's a lie. What Elon and Donald Trump want to do is to make a working environment that is unworkable, make the morale so low that people just have to quit en masse. That is what they are doing. There are civil service protections in place that prevent Donald Trump, that prevent Elon Musk, that prevent Ross Vaught from firing people en masse, and so they have to make them quit. They have to intimidate them, and that is what Jamie Raskin is calling out, and that is why Donald Trump is so upset. Jamie Raskin calling out his criminality, calling out Elon's criminality, and so Trump made this ridiculous post, and then I want to check out a post also made by Elon about the protests today. So first, Donald Trump posted an old recording of Jamie Raskin talking about how people were given a presidential pardon, it's kind of an indication that they are, in fact, guilty. The second post comes from Elon Musk, who said the corrupt politicians protesting outside the USAID building are the ones getting money from USAID. That's why they're there. They want your stolen tax dollars. So a couple of things on both of those posts. First of all, Donald, when you're pardoning Jared Kushner's criminal dad, or pardoning yourself, or pardoning Steve Bannon, or Mike Flynn, it's different because they committed crimes. When President Biden pardons Adam Schiff because you say you want to send him to Gitmo, that's a little bit different. President Biden issuing preemptive pardons for Liz Cheney and those who worked on the January 6 cases, it's not about having them having committed crimes. It's about you and your soon-to-be FBI director putting them on an enemies list. It's about protecting people who just did their jobs. And for Elon, if we want to talk about stolen tax dollars, that's how you made your money. You are the biggest government contractor in America, and you are dumping billions and billions into more space exploration so you can make even more money. It is corporate communism for you, but you think it's some great tragedy that we still have Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, that food stamps are available, that Meals on Wheels exist. That's your big issue, Elon, while the government is paying for you to build your rockets. And hey, you have hundreds of billions of dollars. How about you build your own damn rockets? It is insane. The lies that are coming out of Donald Trump and Elon Musk are so incredibly transparent. They want to make people be afraid to work in the government so they can install their own cronies and stay there forever, dumping billions of dollars into their own businesses, making themselves rich, and avoiding any prosecution for the criminal acts that they make while doing it. That is what this is all about. Do not let anyone have you believe anything else. That is what these mass purges are about, and that is what Jamie Raskin called out right here.
Want to start with this purge of FBI officials and January 6 prosecutors. You said in a statement, if allowed to proceed, Trump's purge of our federal law enforcement workforce will expose America to authoritarianism and dictatorship. I mean, you are a constitutional law expert. You choose your words carefully. Talk to me more about your concern here and where you think this could land.
Well, the dictators always try to move in against the police to seize that function. If you look at what's happened, Trump pardoned 1,500 violent insurrectionists, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, seditious conspiracists, people who attacked cops, violently assaulted officers. Then they appointed, as the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, a guy who organized the January 6th violent festivities and assault and protest against the peaceful transfer of power, and has been an election denier. And now they're proceeding to sack prosecutors who were involved in prosecuting January 6th, even if they were assigned to it. It's not as if they volunteered for that. In a lot of cases, they were just assigned to do it. They're sacking them for having anything to do with it. And the attack on the FBI is extraordinary because for decades, it really has been an apolitical operation. There are Republicans who work there, independents, Democrats. They've served all administrations. And now, just because they were assigned to work on the most massive attack on the U.S. Capitol in American history and to prosecute cop assaulters, they're being fired, or they're being investigated. And so there's this mass purge taking place, obviously coming from the top. What they're overriding and what we're standing on in the first wave of this is the civil service protections that people have. Even at the FBI, people have to have a due process administrative hearing before they're fired. Nobody in the civil service can be fired
because of political reasons. That's the whole reason we have a civil service. The civil service exists so people aren't fired for political reasons. And the only justification being given for any of these firings, whether we're talking about prosecutors, FBI agents, people in other agencies, is we feel like you can't get with the president's program. You can't serve him. Of course, they haven't been given a chance. So these are apolitical, professional civil service people. They've not been given the chance. They're just essentially accused of guilt by association for doing their jobs before. And that's an amazing thing. So it's a very dangerous moment for the American people because the professional, independent civil service serves us. It's all of the laws and programs that Congress has adopted on behalf of the people, like Social Security, like Medicare, like the national parks, like the FBI itself, like prosecution. And suddenly they are trying to bring it directly under the control of the president for political purposes.
I just said in the opening, I mean, this is an ongoing story. There are amazing reporters reporting on it. But there is this list that is reportedly being created that could be made public of people who have worked on these prosecutions, investigated them in a variety of ways. Are you concerned about that list becoming public and a target being on the backs of these people as the January 6th insurrectionists were released?
Well, Enrique Tarrio, who's a leader of the Proud Boys, has posted online, I think this morning, the name of an FBI agent demanding her investigation and her arrest for various imaginary crimes he thinks that she has committed. So we're in a situation now where the pardoned criminals believe that they've got more power, and they're probably right, with the new government than FBI agents, than law enforcement officials, and then prosecutors. And they want a complete purge of the government to bring everybody directly under mega control.
We need to continue to hammer home this message. I am very, very afraid that with the way that Donald Trump has seized control over the media ecosystem, a lot of what people are going to hear is that Elon and Trump are trimming the fat in government and saving you money, when in fact, nothing could be further from the truth. The programs that are so vital to keeping the average American's life stable, and a lot of times ensuring that they have food on the table and that they can access health care, that's what Donald Trump wants to go after. He is not saving you money. He is going to cost you in the long term. We have to call that out, and we're gonna on this show every single day. If you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. You can leave a like on this video. And if you stuck around at the end, you can drop a blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you soon.